Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky and we have made some progress. As you can see, I have decimated a few trees here, like all of them. Don't worry, all these stumps will actually disappear over time, so we don't have to worry about that too much. There are a few trees here and there that I'll have to chop down, but mainly I was just clearing area for smelting to go here. And as you can see, the pollution has spread out, which we hope there's no biters over there. If there are, we could be in trouble. But I do have a machine gun and 10 rounds of ammo. We are prepared. Right, so what is this? This is a blueprint for making iron or copper. And basically I put this down so that I know the length of the area of forest that I need to clear. You can even do this on the regular map if you say, aha, let's just put down a blueprint. Which one do we want? Regular iron ore. If you put it down, shift, click, it'll show you how long it is and how many trees you need to get rid of like this. I don't need to get rid of that many at the moment, so I'm just going to grab this guy and take this off. Right, and well, I actually need to clear the blueprint underneath because you can still see the ghosts. So I'm going to clear it with this. It's going to put all of these X's here for trees, and then we'll just clear the whole thing. But that has removed those ghost images from annoying us. Now, I feel like it would be a good thing for us to make a little bit of steel just to get some things started. I'm going to put some lights down there real quick. Also, I have updated this particular blueprint in the Google Drive. There were a couple of inserters that were backward on here, and also I have removed the second belt, and you no longer need to use the long-handed inserters if you use this blueprint. That's all sorted out on the drive. If you're wondering also why it's now different on the drive than what I've got here. So what do we want to do next? I think gun turret damage would be, oh, you know what we want? We want circuit network. Yes, that's good stuff. I would also like to make some smelting arrangements. And there's a couple of ways we can do this. We can do, basically I want to use this line for the coal and this line for the iron. We could do something like this where we split off iron from this end or coal from this end, but it's actually equally easier just to get a couple of filter inserters and put them down anyway. Right, so we're going to put down, say, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be enough. A few of these guys down, and these we're going to change direction there and go like this. Okay. And we're going to put down filter inserters. These are purples, and these guys are going to go in here, and then these here. Now we're not going to have an output here because I just want to make some steel locally so we can make some power poles and other items like a steel axe for myself to chop down trees and things like that. All right, let's start. I don't want to get too far ahead, but we can research things like gun turret damage and things like that because they don't really impact things too much, but they are kind of important. All right, so we want to set these filter inserters so that they pick up the right materials, and these guys are going to pick up iron. So this is in the intermediate materials tab. There you go. And to copy these easily so you don't have to set it every time, again, you can shift right click to copy and then shift left click to paste. These guys are going to be picking up coal from here. Now, it's very important that we actually set these things to do this, because if we didn't, well, these probably, they wouldn't pick up the copper, because copper has no secondary product. So these actually could be, well, we could do this. We could just do this. It won't pick up something they don't need. And these, though, must be filter inserters, because if they pick up iron, these are going to be iron plates instead of steel plates. So we definitely want the steel instead. And we're just going to manually pick up stuff, kind of like how we started in the very beginning of the game. All right, let's get some gates. We do have the walls, but gates are good too. Oh my god, what are those? Are those biters? Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Ah, no. I'm tricking myself out with, well, not, that's the wrong usage of the words, but those are just signs. Those are not actually other things. Okay, let's grab some of these steel plates. We have a grand total of 6 now. Can we make a steel axe? Yes. Here we go. Team Steel Axe, I am here. Right, so this has mining power 4, and this has mining power 2.5, and damage 8 physical, and these are 5 physical. You can actually attack the biters with axes. I know that sounds crazy, but you can. All right, so the first thing I want to make, I've had kind of a thought about, like, how do I want to organize this? I think we probably are just going to go right over the top of the stone deposit. We have stone everywhere. We don't really need any more. But we're going to need to start smelting for green circuits and then the bus as well. And I want to have a significant green circuit assembly line. So we're going to need quite a few of these arrays, but before we actually get there, I want to talk about why they're arranged the way they are, and stuff like this. Let's get some more grenades. Grenades are being made fairly slowly, so it's not delighting me to no end. Okay, let's get these trees out the way. See, I seem to have dropped them. Okay, and then over here, and of course, grenades don't damage ghost images, which is fantastic. All right, research. Gun turret damage 2. Yeah, let's do that. The first thing we're going to start off with is one of our intermediate products. We're going to do some green circuits making. So basically, we're going to make longer lines, kind of like this smelting line, except we're not going to mix the products on the belt. We're going to have pure lines. Now, these are going to be kind of recommended amounts for a very good sized base. This is not like a very tiny base. We're going to have a very decent sized base here. So we're going to pick up, I have a smelting 48x stone, and we're going to use this blueprint to make all of the things we need. I want to leave some space here because we're going to need to take materials from this deposit, possibly also iron, maybe coming from, well, there's going to be here. This possibly could route underneath there. And I'm scared of the pollution. But some iron is going to come from down here as well. We're going to get the coal from down here. So we're going to need a lot of materials. And we're going to make quite a lot of stuff. Oh, that's our steel thing. Let's go. Just stop that from blinking. Right. Let's put this in our inventory and take this one out. This is in my Google Drive. It is called the early game blueprints with smelting and stuff like this. We want to keep this away from that copper deposit a little bit. And I'm going to start off with green circuit smelting first of all. Let's see. Let me get these trees out the way. I want to label this area real quick for you guys so that we have a little bit of visual confirmation on the ground. And by the way, I have the blueprints that someone was very kind enough to give me during the whatchamacallit, the MMO event, but I have also added some stuff. So we're going to call this, oh, and you know what? I forgot to make a smelting sign. I made a bunch of signs, power, red, rocket, science, all kind of stuff. I guess I could call it circuits, maybe. Let's see. Circuits. So this area is going to be for circuits smelting. Now this is not actually concrete. This is just a blueprint of concrete. So we can easily take that off anytime. Now green circuits have a ratio, as you can see here, of 1 iron plate to 3 copper cable, which means 1 iron plate to 1.5 copper plates. Now I know ahead of time that I want 4 full belts of green circuits. So that means I'm going to have 4 smelting columns of iron and 6 of copper. So let us put those down. So we'll basically just plonk them down. And I know this looks overwhelming initially, but do not worry. We will. I will talk about them in just a second. So we're gonna have 6 of copper, and this is just for green circuits. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're not going to activate all of these at once. The point here is to leave space. We need to know how much space we need for a specific assembly. Now here I have the green circuits. Oh my goodness, my cat. That's my magnolia. All right, we're going to use this green circuits blueprint from the MMO event, which is very, very nice. And this is actually tuned right for that amount. I did go ahead and calculate it just ahead of time, just to make sure that we have everything that we need. I'm going to leave space because in Factorio, space is kind of unlimited, just in case I need to run belts through here for some reason. All right, so this is where green circuits is going to be. Now beyond this, this is where I'm going to have my other smelting for the actual base. And for that, we're going to need, you know, I debated on how I should feed this, but since the malls require so much iron, I think we're going to do 8 belts of iron and something like 4 belts of copper. Some of the science needs a lot of copper these days, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. So let me get those out, and we'll put these down here. Okay, let me just walk. And again, we'll leave some space there. All right, so we want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of iron. Oh, we're getting some oil down there. Wow, and I didn't expect this to take this much space, but that's okay. We're all good. Alternatively, they could be from the other side, but I'm having an idea down here about how I want to arrange things, and maybe I should only do 4. That's okay. We'll just do this as we do it, and you know what I could do is I could just grab 4 of these. 1, that's 3, and 4, and these will be for copper over here. I think I left 2 spaces there, like this. And that's going to be for that. And when I get rid of all these trees, I probably am going to have to do this just off camera because, again, it's just a lot of grenading and it's not that exciting. Boom. But yeah, this will give you the idea. What's really nice is that the you know, the grenades do not destroy the ghost images, so it's really easy to see what's underneath. And you can plan quite easily this way. Oopsies. There we go. And I'm out of grenades, just about. There we go. All right, but we did get some stuff cleared. So down here, I think we're going to put down some labels. We're going to put them down here because over there, obviously you can't. There were trees down here, so we couldn't really put them there. But here we're going to put these guys down here. Bus, iron, copper, green, iron. Aha! There we go. Iron. Oh my god, I hate the scroll wheel. I really do. And then copper, we'll just kind of sneak it in next to the trees. This is just for our benefit. This is not any function at all there. But we need to start kind of planning our bus and how this is going to go and figure this all out. We are planning big, absolutely. But don't let that scare you because we're only going to activate a couple of these at a time. That's the important thing you need to remember, that this is just like planning for space and knowing where things are going to happen in the future. The biggest mistake I see a lot of people make is they don't look at space. They don't think about it or don't care about it or whatever. They're just like put everything right next to each other, and that doesn't really work very well. Okay, we need, I need electric energy distribution. We're going to get the medium power poles because they're wonderful. Oh yes, and the other thing that I did not do yet is I did not put down any steel making plants, which is unfortunate because I really would like some steel. Right, let us just, I have a lot of belts. I need some more inserters though. Definitely could use some inserters. Just pick up this whole line of stuff here. Okay, and then we'll get electric energy distribution sorted out. Oh, this one, look at this miner, has already run out. You can see it's stopped the animation. You can also check on the right-hand side. It says expected resources, none. These say 6.5K, so we'll take that one off. It looks very thick, so we're not going to even add an extra miner for that. I need to start crafting some of these guys in my inventory. So I want to grab some iron plates. And I have to say, these steel things are kind of hogging the plates. They really are. Oh dear. I really don't want to pick up all of this copper, but kind of have no choice. I'll just put it back in the machines for distribution. There we go. The end machine is always a good one because it's at the end. And I have a little bit of stuff. A little bit. Looks like we're kind of almost short on coal here as well. Alright, let's build some miners. Really need more miners. Okay, let's get another miner or 2 for coal. Okay, there we go. Just make sure we have enough. All right, electric energy distribution is done. For the next gun turret damage, we're going to need military science packs, so we don't want to get that just yet. All right, I'm going to not research anything right now because we can stop science so that we can save resources to build other things, and I don't want to get too far ahead either because there's really no point to that. We could just research sort of infinitely, but we're not going to get that far in our efforts. Right, so what we're going to need is we're going to need quite a lot of belts, and we're going to need inserters, power poles, and furnaces. So here we're making furnaces, I think, maybe. I don't remember if we are or not. I think we turned it off. Did we turn it off? Yeah, we did. We turned it off because we were going to go to steel furnaces at some point, which we can actually do. We can kind of skip off the first... Oh, wow. This is getting really short of coal. That's quite surprising to me. I think it's probably just the grenade things eating it all up. We just put down a couple more of these miners. It's like, no. There we go. Put them down here and then just make sure these guys are connected. I'm going to pick up these two. These as well. Maybe. Pick up this coal just in case we have a belt, and it's probably going to end up on the belt. And I'll also feed this coal into some of the assemblers. Well, oopsies. Nope. Control. I don't want to delete it. There we go. Give it to the assemblers to take that up. Right. So this is going to be the iron for green circuits, and that's going to be the copper for green circuits. I want to tap this patch down here. Now we're going to do something special on this patch because quite a lot of you guys have asked for sorting. Oops, I want to get some grenades first real quick. Let's see, how far can we see? We really need some more radars as well. I think I'll craft a few. Right, grenades. Hello. I will take grenades. Thank you very much. And I will also take down some power. There's no sense in having a wasted trip. At least bring something down. Power, belts, whatever. Stuff. Okay. Right-o. Let's get these trees cleared out of here, at least off of the line. And what I like to do when I have a mixed deposit and I am committed to sorting it, I want to just clear everything off of the seam because we're going to start on the seam. Now, I used to do this by saying, okay, we're just going to sort the whole patch. That is not necessary. All you need to do is sort the machines on the actual seam here. So I'm going to also make sure that they are mostly on the iron, if possible. Yeah, we'll go like this way, this way. Is that one? Yeah. Right. Now it's going to look messy, but this is actually the best way to do this because these guys are going to mine this stuff out and then they're going to be done, really. Okay, this guy can be, well, we'll just put it here, I think. And I really want to prioritize the coal, as you can see here. Okay, that's all the miners I have at the moment. I probably should get some more. Just handcraft them, because we don't have them automated yet. Okay, there we go. There we are. Okay, so this is our belt. Right, how many do we have? We're gonna need, let's see, 12 on each side of the belt, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is more than the belt can handle on one side for sure. Okay, I was looking up at the calculations, and unfortunately thing forgot to record it. So basically what I did is I counted 12 machines from this side and then 12 from the other side. And I basically reversed the belt on these particular machines down here. Okay, let's get some nice power poles going along. Okay, let's just put down the rest of these miners. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, perfect. Just get this belt going here. I know this looks crazy and horrible, but what this is going to do is give us a lot of leeway in terms of getting this ore out of here. For one, we're going to be mining this, and it's going to be providing our areas with stuff. Let's craft some power poles. But also we're going to clear it of any future contaminated ore areas. Okay, can I? Boom, boom, nice. Very good. And so later it's going to be much easier to mine the rest of the deposit because this will get finished and cleaned up and done. Let's go ahead and bring these power poles down here and get this running. And we will see soon enough if this is the correct ratio or not. If it backs up, that kind of thing, we will see it. Put down a light down here. Okay, it's looking pretty nice so far. Okay, this one is not stopping, which is good. Very nice. Oh, and we are getting a little bit of coal. Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. All right. I think we would like to get, yeah, we need our filter inserters. We have enough. So basically, we're making a filtering system right now. This is our next project. Just make these guys. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 approximately. And we're just going to create a little buffer for stuff because we need it. And let's see. These guys don't really. All right, that's fine. We can make a couple of power poles because we do have the steel for that. I also want to grab maybe one more steel axe so I don't run out of those. We do need to make some more fast inserters because I've run out. So let's go back up to our little mini base and get some iron to get those things sorted out. There we go. Grab iron, and I want to grab the green circuits as well. And grab these inserters and make plenty of blue inserters because those are one of my favorite things to have. I also want to grab some belts and splitters. We have plenty of these other belts, the regular belts, so that's nice. But yeah, as much as you can make in the factories, you should do as much as you can. Oh my god, my speaking work not good today. You should make as much as possible within your factories because it just saves you time for handcrafting later. Right, let's get these guys going along here as well. So what are we doing here? What we're going to do is we need to have part of these guys. Oopsies. Let me just connect these here so they don't blink. These are filter inserters like we were using up over there. And some of these are going to filter onto an iron line and the others are going to filter onto a coal line. We want these separated. So this is going to be how we're going to do it. Going to, again, copy and paste the instructions for the inserters. So these guys will take only coal. Okay. And I think we'd like to do something like this. And basically what this does is it kind of puts it on both sides of the belt. That's what we're aiming for here. And then if you look at also another thing that I should mention, inserters that insert onto a straight belt, they always insert onto the right-hand side. So this is why I put this on this side, because these are 3 rights on the right-hand side, and these are going to be on this side, which is going to end up on the left side of this belt. Right. Okay, so we now have 2 different lines available to us. This is fantastic. We have a little bit of coal, and we have a little bit of iron. Now, the problem with this right now is this is not balanced. And even though, you know, we're getting stuff, we're not getting nearly as much coal by design, because I put them mostly on the iron, because we're going to need a lot more iron than coal. Yeah, it's still kind of, we need to get this sorted out. Oh, it looks like this side is not flowing at all, or very slowly. Right. Well, anyway, we'll have to get that. How did that end up on the other side? Oh, it's from this miner at the end is putting it on the right side. Oh, that's very interesting. All right, well, that's okay. It does move along eventually. So I think we would like to put a balancer right here. And we'll just use the squiggly one because we're doing an inline thing. There we go. So we'll have it on both sides of the belt. Right, now we need to get these materials all the way up to the smelting area, which is over here. So I think I'm going to go into map mode real quick. And I'd like to kind of put down ghost belts where I want stuff. And I want to have 4 belts of iron, 4, and then I want to have 1 belt of coal that's 2 away, approximately. So this is going to give us the nice area that we're looking for. Also, if you want to do belts faster, just walk on top of them with the belt thing in front of you. But if you're going the opposite way, you should do it behind you, or else you'll slow yourself down. Okay, so this is for iron on the left, and this is for coal on the right. Right, we want to get the iron. Actually, we don't even have to do this. We can go this way, like this, and just bring it down, straight down. Very nice. Okay, good. Now, we could also do a splitter here and just do kind of the same thing, just in case we start running out of iron and it gets unbalanced. It's always nice to have a balancer there. And this one, turns out we need to make a turn. So let's make this have a turn instead. Remember the corner one that we talked about? There we go, adding the corner. And this one is here. Now, one thing that we might run into is maybe this is not enough coal. So what I want to do is we're going to do a priority splitter line, okay? And I want to just kind of demonstrate this to you guys. And so I'm going to cut off the coal there. I'm going to get some extra miners. And these guys, their job is going to be only to mine coal. So if the other stuff is in the way, we're just going to not, oh wait, you know what? I'll put them the other way. Because maybe that would be better if we just did this like that. Okay, we want to stay out of the that other area. There we go. I don't know how many we're going to need. I never looked up how much like mining you need per smelters. I really should, because it seems like it might be useful, though I always just kind of like build way too much of it. Right. Let's get this coal belt fed up here so that we can get this organized. Go back down here, maybe like this. Right, so the issue now, and let's just let this go through so it's clear. Now, this area is filtering, so we absolutely want to use this coal first. So we're going to let this go. Absolutely go into the world. Please fill up the line. This one, if this is not enough coal, however, we need to build something that's called a priority, what is it called? Like a priority lane filler or something like that. What we're going to do is we're going to use a splitter, right? Go here. We're going to use an underground. So what's going to happen here is that you see the gaps going along? This is going to fill in the gaps. With stuff from the other line. So we're going to make sure that we have full production on the coal line, but this one is prioritized first. Now, as this one starts filling up this belt all on its own, this one's going to be stopped because it can't actually shove them in. You can see them already starting to stop as they can't get by. But what happens is that when these guys are on the belt, they kind of jiggle around when stuff gets side-loaded over here. I'll try to think of the name of this thing, but Anyway, so that's how that works. And I like to do those systems because we definitely want to use the coal up here first, because if the coal in here gets to be too much for the boxes, the whole system is going to shut down. So we don't want that to happen, obviously. Also, I want to put down a radar over here. Let's put this down like there. Okay, cool. I like to mark the position because when you move around, it's kind of hard to see. Let's just walk this way, get this radar going. There we go. Nice. Fantastic. And this is flowing very beautifully. Very, very nice. Okay, so now this one is backing up because it can't put any more coal on the line. So we're not that concerned with the iron ore backing up. It'll be fine. But this is pretty important to get these going along here. Now, smelting. I think we probably want to save smelting for the next episode because we're kind of getting to the point where the episode's going to get a little long. But we will tackle that first thing in the next one. So thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.